Alright, we're going to try this again. See if the shitty internet connection will work enough this time for us to do a show. This is Shadows of Today again. It's Sean, and of course, Hoopty on the bass over there. Almost said a guitar.
There's a big difference. Don't ever let that happen again.
I definitely will not. Not unless I'm drunk. Well, let's see. What do we got tonight? We talked about painful shits and painful farts last week.
Yes, we did.
And,
we keep it classy.
Right, I got a few comments on our painful shits and painful farts comments that we had. People were like, really? You had nothing better to talk about? I was like, well, we probably did, but that's something the world needs to know about. That's important information there. But, let's see.
And if they wanted something better to talk about, they should come on the show.
Right?
This is what happens when you leave us, unsupervised.
Yes.
Well, zero production and talks about shit.
And, shit might get burnt down.
Right?
Don't ever give us matches or a lighter. Had a guy last night ask me if I could give him a flamethrower for his birthday. After he tells me he's a pyromaniac and likes to burn stuff down. I told him that probably would not be a wise decision.
Yeah, but how do you even make that type of request to somebody?
Well, we were at work and he was talking about how he almost caught his house on fire, almost caught a few things on fire from playing with lighters, and I was like, are you a pyromaniac? And he's like, you damn right I am. I was like, well, I know what to get you for your birthday. And he's like, what, a flamethrower? You're going to get me a flamethrower? I was like, no, a fire extinguisher. And he's like, man, I could have so much fun with a flamethrower. I was like, dude, half of Indiana would be burnt down if we gave you a flamethrower for your birthday.
Half?
Yeah, because I think he'd get caught before,
Is this Matt?
Yes, it was Matt. Not this Matt, another Matt.
I know of no person named Matt that you speak of.
I found out the other day I know too many Matts.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's why I'm Hoopty.
That's why you're Hoopty. On a scale of 1 to a million, you're still a Hoopty.
Goddamn right. So I'm going to share something with you here on Facebook real quick. I got a laugh out of it.
Is it better than after our painful shits conversation we had and I found the most epic painful fart?
Dude, that was fucking funny, Dad.
I mean, how ironic was that we were talking about it and I found a picture of what we were talking about.
Right, I laughed about that for a good hour or so.
I still like the other one I showed you of where it says my neighbor wanted me to cut my tree down or trim my tree.
Alright.
And he trimmed it into the middle finger. I don't know why, I just pictured that being Hoopty right there. It's like, oh, you want me to trim a tree? Hold up. Question you gotta ask yourself is how the hell did that person get that how did he trim that the way he trimmed it?
A lot of time and patience, or Photoshop.
Yeah, it was probably Photoshop. I mean, every photo today has been through Photoshop at least once.
Yeah.
You ever see a picture of Hoopty, they're all been Photoshopped.
Yeah, I'm not that good looking.
Why do I see that would be a text that you would send somebody, or wait, who else? I could see one other person sending that, and that would be Pat. Wake up.
Yeah, that's funny.
Wake up, you stupid bitch.
Yeah, I seen that this morning, and yeah, that made me fucking laugh my ass off.
Wow. It makes you wonder how long that was his girlfriend or significant other after that text message.
Right. She can't take a joke, the hell with her.
Right? Also, if she doesn't know what a original NES gun zapper is, she's too young for you. Just saying. So anything exciting happened with you in this past week?
Oh, yeah, man, constantly. Yeah, like I said, I twisted my knee the other day.
I still find that to be fabricated. I still think you took an arrow to the knee.
I used to be an adventurer, then I took an arrow to the knee.
I restarted Skyrim, and as soon as I heard that part, I just busted out laughing.
You know, if you're on Xbox Live, now there's a new update for Skyrim that automatically loads. There's no level cap anymore.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, once you get a skill to level 100, you have the option of making it legendary, which it will reset it to 15 and take away all the perks. You still have, like, the perk points, but you have to reassign them.
Oh, wow.
And you can just keep doing this. I have a person that's up to, I got a character that's like 121 level.
Wow. I know I'm restarting it, but I'm playing it on PS3, so I don't know if they did that on PS3 because my guy's only like a level 3 right now.
I don't know, they might have.
The only game that I've been playing on my Xbox is Defiance. And I've got to say, that game, I never heard of it before in my life until my buddy called me and told me I needed to pick it up so we could play. And as I'm reading the back of the game, it says that most of the storyline, to understand it, you have to watch the TV show that's on Sci-Fi.
Oh, okay, that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a massive online game because it's all online. There's no solo play. It's all online, and it's between 2 and 10,000 or 100,000 plus players online. Which the only thing that sucks about it, and I hated it, or I hate that it has to do this. It takes up 10 gigs of your hard drive space.
I'm gonna eat that pasta in a minute.
And it takes about 30 minutes for it to install and get all the patches for it.
I think I'm going to, since I can't eat pizza.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah, so it's one of those, if you want to sit there and play it and expect to be able to play it as soon as you get home, yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
How many pieces do you want?
Just 2. And then if you think that you're going to be able to... if you have multiple profiles like I do on mine and someone else has to play, yeah, it has to install for every fucking profile that you play on.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to bother with it earlier.
No, it's already installed on yours.
I know, but I didn't know how to delete it, and I didn't want
to... Other than that, I'm actually getting kind of excited to watch The Lords of Salem.
Yeah, fucker, I want to watch that.
Well, I have it. I just gotta talk myself into watching it. So let me ask you a question. Maybe you can answer this question for me, Hoopty. This actually comes across from what I told you happened to me last night. Why are women attracted to guys that are either with somebody else or married?
I would have to say it's probably because they're whores.
Well, is there anything wrong with whores?
No, not at all, except for the occasional venereal disease.
Really? Have you ever just had a woman walk up to you and say something to you, and you just look at her and be like, yeah, you've got gonorrhea?
Yeah. No, that's, yeah.
We're not talking about the crazy bitch now.
Oh, well then, now she's the only one that can come to mind with that statement.
I figured that's who you were thinking about over there. Well, I don't see Stevie on tonight, so I guess we can't crack Stevie jokes tonight.
Oh, we can still crack Stevie jokes.
Oh, we can, can't we?
Yeah, we can always make fun of Stevie.
Well, see, you know Stevie a lot more than I do. So you could probably crack some more Stevie jokes than I could.
Yeah, but I don't know. It does kind of take away from it, knowing that he's not listening.
Yeah. I think it was just better last week because he wasn't listening and he couldn't, or he's listening but he couldn't defend himself.
Right. Oh.
Now, would we be considered bullies or just taking advantage of a situation?
I don't know. We're probably bullies.
No. You're supposed to have an anti-bullying campaign. You can't do that.
Right. Well.
We're just giving good examples of what not to do.
Right.
See, in order to combat the problem, people must be able to identify the problem.
Really?
So we are giving them plenty of opportunities to be able to identify the problem.
Yes.
I
agree. Let's see here. Playing anything in particular over there?
Huh?
I said,
I'm sorry, what?
Are you playing anything in particular?
No. None in particular.
Sounds good on this side.
Oh, yeah? That's one we'll share with the listeners, if they can hear it. That's all you get for now. Anything more, you got to pay for.
well, if you take it off, I'll pay for it.
Oh shit! You don't have to pay for that. Just get me drunk.
Yes, I know this. Do you not remember the famous Winston incident at Dingbats?
Hey man, you pull your penis out one time in the middle of the bar, and all of a sudden you're the bad person.
Well, it's not just pulling your penis out in the middle of the bar. I think you also looked at the main manager of the bar and called her a cunt right to her face.
Well, she was a cunt. I didn't even realize that was her that she was talking about while I was doing that.
While he was trying to get a gig at this place, he's like, "Oh, she's a cunt."
Yeah, she's like, "You got to talk to the new manager." Ah, she's a cunt. Well, that's me. Like, well, you're probably a cunt.
And then it's like, "Can you describe your band in a few words?" "Yeah, we make panties drop." "Sir, you know I'm old enough to probably be your mother." "Oh, no, my mom will tell you the same thing." "She actually wears a shirt that says Aftershock. We make your panties drop."
I gotta get that shirt made up for my mom. Oh, man.
And your mom would wear it?
Yeah, she would.
I gotta say, you've got one of the coolest moms, dude.
It's true. And for all the gentlemen out there, she puts out. She gets it up. She had 5 kids.
Well, she got it up for me that one time. That one time back in Vietnam.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's because you're not too buku.
Right. Well, wasn't she one of the pinup girls back in the day?
Probably.
You know, it's like I told my buddy one time that lives down in Texas. We always crack mom jokes. And we get kind of raunchy with our mom jokes. I was like, could you imagine if our moms just heard our jokes for one day, how much we call them whores?
Right.
And he's like, dude, I would would be buried like 50 feet under the ground. I was like, dude, I would probably be right there next to you, if not deeper. Is that a fart I just heard?
No. Unfortunately, it is not.
No. Well, I know you were talking about this on the last show, and it got, since we had to delete it and start over. The show you went to last night, how was that?
Oh, yes, the notorious gig up at the backyard. It was pretty good. Like I said, my knee started hurting, and I didn't stick around to watch post-traumatic, but Juke Left was phenomenal as always, and then two bands I've never seen before, the Altman Brother bands, and Shirts versus Skins. Both of them are really good. I know Shirts versus Skins has a Facebook page. I'm actually sending them some information about the podcast.
Sweet.
And they're in some sort of battle of the band. I gotta look it up here real quick. To where they have an opportunity to play on the Warped Tour this year. Trying to see if I can find where I can vote for them.
And I just found their Facebook page, so...
Yeah, and this upcoming Friday, they will be on WDVE for the Coffee House.
Nice.
Next Friday morning at 9 a.m.
Nice. So you said they have a chance to play Warped Tour this year or next year?
This year.
That would be awesome. I know. I've never been to a Warped Tour, but I always hear that they're amazing. So.
I've never been to a Warped Tour. Now, Mayhem Festival. That's what I go to.
Well, I think I want to go to Warped Tour this year just to go see 303.
Oh yeah.
303 and Sleeping with Sirens.
I have no idea who any of that is.
I know you've heard 303.
No.
How's it called?
Don't trust a hoe.
Don't trust a hoe. She likes to touch me, whoa. She loves to love me, whoa, whoa.
I have no idea, dude.
You know that song?
No.
Wow. Figured you'd be all down on that song. Do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. I said shush, girl. Yeah.
Not a clue, dude. You're talking your craziness with your 8-track players and your make-out parties. I don't know what the fuck you kids call it nowadays.
I'll tell you what. Ever since your movie quote on Facebook about a week ago, it's been stuck in my head. You know what I ate for breakfast? Cocaine. I said.
You know what I had for lunch? Cocaine. What did you have for dinner? Was it cocaine?
Right. I said that at work the other day, and someone's like, "You had cocaine for breakfast?" And I'm like, "You damn right. That's the breakfast of champions right there."
I just on the podcast Facebook page. I just posted the link for the Battle of the Bands with that Shirts versus Skins.
Sweet, I just got it too.
Yeah, and I know they have a few videos on YouTube that you can look up.
So, what kind of music do they play? I haven't. I'm in the Altman Brothers. I've heard of them. I've just never heard any of their music.
The Altman Brothers is like blues, country, bluegrass. Kind of remind you of like ZZ Top, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Elvis, that type of music.
Nice.
Then Shirts versus Skins is more like a modern punk.
Nice. Well, see, I was sitting here talking shit on Facebook about Facebook a while ago, and now it's not wanting to work right for me. I was talking shit on how they changed up the layout of the podcast page. How I don't like it, and now it doesn't want to show me the thing you posted.
Oh. And just to let you know, there is a few videos of Duke left on YouTube as well.
Sweet, I'll have to check them out. I've been wanting to hear them. I'm pretty sure the Altman Brothers have got to be on YouTube somewhere, too.
Oh, I'm sure they probably are.
Aren't they a Homer City native there, too, right? Because I know they played in Homer City a lot.
The one guitar player for them is one of the guitar players for Post Traumatic as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and I heard that Post Traumatic may be losing their drummer here soon.
Oh, yeah?
That's what he was messaging me the other day. So if anybody around the area, I know you've listened to us play Post Traumatic's music. If you do drumming of their style of music, I know they're looking for somebody. I believe that was them that messaged me the other day and said that.
Now you're starting rumors. They're probably listening to it, and their drummer's like, "What? What the fuck?"
It's at the end of July. I'll tell you what. I talked to their drummer before I even knew that was the drummer of their band. Back out at our place.
Who, John or Enzo?
I don't know what his name is.
The bigger guy?
No, he's the skinny guy with the long hair.
Okay, that's John.
That's their drummer, right?
Yeah, Enzo, he plays like bongos and hand drums. But John plays a full-on actual kit.
Yeah, because I know he's the one that sings the green. Who was the name of that band?
What?
The one it's the Three Little Pigs.
Oh, Green Jelly.
Green Jelly. Because I actually heard I got told a what do you call it, a fact about them the other day. They used to be called Green Jello.
Yeah, you didn't know that, man?
I didn't even know who they were until I heard him sing it.
Oh, man, yeah, and then they got pursued with the food and pop.
Yeah, they said that Jello didn't like that, so they named themselves Green Jelly.
Yeah.
Thought that was pretty neat to find out. What's actually kind of funny is whenever you listen to songs and you wonder what they sing about, and you actually look them up to find out what they're actually singing about sometimes.
Right? Like, the old song, Land Down Under?
Yes.
That song's about getting high.
Really?
Yeah. It's like all about getting high and buying weed and shit.
That actually fits in now that I think about it. I thought it was just thinking about a man from Australia.
No. Yeah. The very first line, if I'm looking it up right now, that way I can be accurate on this. The very first line, if you actually listen to it, definitely gives it away that it's about fucking smoking weed.
Well, I got a question. Maybe you can answer this. I was told that the song Wonderwall, the one that you say, "Who's Gonna Shave My Balls?"
Yeah. No, I got these hairy balls.
I was told that song is about an invisible friend. Is that true?
I have no idea.
I've sat and listened to it and tried to figure it out, but I don't know.
Alright. Land Down Under. Very first opening line. Traveling in a fried out combi on a hippie trail head full of zombies.
Oh. I never really paid attention to what they say at the beginning. Because I sing that song all the time.
And the part where he meets a man from Brussels, the 6'4", full of muscles.
Yes.
And he said, "Do you speak my language?" He's basically asking him, "Are you a drug dealer?"
Nice.
And dying in a den in Bombay with a slack jaw and nothing much to say. Yeah, it's all about getting stoned.
Nice. I know there's a song, and I don't remember which one, but it's by Conway Twitty, and he's singing about rape.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, go figure, a country song of
Right?
back in the day of a man singing about rape. And he was the man that all the women were after. Speaking of that, and I know a lot of people, I found out a lot of people really didn't know who he was. George Jones passed away here recently.
Yes. George Jones did pass away.
I mean, respectively, I know a lot of people don't listen to country, but he was one of the greats of country. Especially if you know a lot of his backstory. I think one of the funniest things the man ever did was got a DUI on a lawnmower. Did you ever hear that story?
Nah.
He was drinking one day and decided that he ran out of beer and he figured, if I drive my car, I'm going to get a DUI. So he took his lawnmower down to the store to go get another six-pack. And drinking a six-pack on the way back from the lawnmower, the cops pulled him over and gave him a DUI. So,
yeah, I know you can get a DUI on a lawnmower.
You can get a DUI on any sort of vehicle.
Yeah, you can even get one on a horse.
And a bicycle.
Yep.
It's crazy what you can, how these laws are. I thought I'm glad where I parked my car last night, there was nobody, no cops around, or I'd have probably got a decent exposure in a drunk in public last night.
Yeah.
It was one of those, I have this thing, when I go to a bar, if you have to pee and the urinal is just a big trough to piss in, and you have to stand next to another guy with nothing in between it, and you don't know these people, and you gotta piss, I'm not gonna piss in the bar. I'm sorry. So,
you don't like using the trough?
No, I don't like using the trough. So I left the bar, which I had to get help to find my car last night. Cause they made me park at the people I were with made me park it somewhere. I didn't intend on drinking as much as I did last night, but I did. I drank a little more than expected. Guy had to help me find my car that was with us. And then I looked at him, I was like, "Hey, there's no cops around, right?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Good, I gotta piss." Just sit there and piss in the back, right next to this house, out in plain view, just pissing right next to my car. And I'm like, well, I'm glad there wasn't a cop out here.
Some people's kids.
Right? Damn, gotta love it. You can't tell me you ain't ever done it, Hoopty.
What, piss in fucking middle of the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it constantly.
I can name somebody else that we were both acquainted with that did it all the time.
Oh, yeah?
Did it at Dingbats all the time.
James?
I wasn't gonna say names, but thanks, Shayna.
I was going to say Duncan. I don't know if you knew Duncan. Did you know Duncan?
Duncan was are you talking about the one that had the rainbow beard?
No, Duncan was
the
black guy.
Yeah, that's right. He came out one time while I was there. I think because he left from the area, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was back. Him and somebody else was out there, and he was singing "Mirror" from "Man in the Mirror" from Michael Jackson.
Then yep, that'd be him.
He seemed like a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, he liked to piss everywhere too.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. You got to mark your territory.
Right.
You never know. Future civilizations may actually find a way to find out who all pissed there. And you know what? They say it'd be like, this guy knew where he was living.
Alright, oh.
Which, I want to know what's going to happen whenever we get these future civilizations that go back and read stuff that we've done through the years. And are like, what the fuck? Did they live like animals?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell he keeps doing, but he's gonna fuck up all his.
Yeah. Because, we look back on some of the stuff that they did in the past and we're like, what the fuck were they thinking?
They were thinking, fuck you, that's what.
Right? So, Hoopty, if you could take a trip to the past, anywhere in the past, where would you go? What year, I should say.
I don't fucking know.
I'd go to the 70s, man.
Yeah?
They had some of the best music come out in the 70s.
I don't know, maybe like the old Renaissance times so I could go around with a battle axe and fucking kill people.
I could see you going back in those times and being from the future and just go, I remember this stuff from the future. Just do it on Xbox all the time. Alright, where's the guy that shoots lightning from his hands? Where the fuck are the dragons?
Right? It's bullshit.
Skyrim was not accurate. The Renaissance time would actually be fun to go to, though.
Yeah, it probably would be. Like, Vikings.
I don't know if I'd go Vikings, no.
Whatever.
I'll tell you the best thing to ever do is we build a time machine, we go back with a weapon that we have now, get claimed as sorcery. What is this shit? It's a gun. What does it do? Hold on, who do you hate right now? This guy. That's what it does. Oh damn! You know what? We never watched The Following from last Monday.
Oh, dude, man, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, because
tomorrow's the final episode.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I don't. It leads me to believe that this is going to be a short-lived TV show.
I hope not.
Well, I mean, how everything's coming out, which I'll tell you, if anybody that hasn't kept up with it, please don't listen now. But how Roderick died.
Yeah.
I was actually, I kind of called it how he was gonna die.
Oh, dude, see, you're not caught up on it because some really fucking cool shit happened last week, and I can't talk to you about it right.
Well, see, now, did it actually come out that Jacob killed him, or does it actually say?
Killed who?
Roderick.
Oh, no, something else happened to Jacob.
No, but Jacob was there because that's when they were trying to get, what's his name? The kid back.
Yeah, Joey.
And that's whenever Ryan talked him out of taking the kid. Because the last episode I seen, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. The very end of it, they got Joey back, and Claire, is that her name? Claire?
Yeah.
She basically,
Joe.
Yeah, stabbed him, and then he's threatening to kill her.
Yeah, you missed a lot with last week's. You gotta see last week's.
It doesn't even seem like it should even the show should be the season finale already.
Right.
But the minute that if they do ever do it, kill Kevin Bacon off, the show probably wouldn't even be that good. Well, see, the only thing I remember seeing to the preview of, I don't know if it was going to be the preview of the show, the one I haven't watched yet, or tomorrow's episode, but was, they showed where they actually found the location of the house.
Yeah, that was last week.
Well, coworker of mine was a bitch and told me something that happened and it pissed
Okay,
me
well,
off.
don't tell me. Nobody tell me, because I still gotta watch it. It's on the DVR. Which I still gotta watch my second episode of Da Vinci's Demons.
Yeah, I still haven't watched any of that.
I was watching Vikings today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of watching that. I have it paused on my DVR.
Oh, nice. No, see, actually, I lied. The last part I remember watching of The Following is where the bitch stabbed the director in the eye, or whatever, or wherever she stabbed him.
Ah, okay.
Which I
Yeah,
like. I kind of like that scene because he's like, y'all can take her. She's like, I don't have anything on me. And he's like, yeah, we searched her. And he's like, you can lower your guns. And they're like, yeah, no, we're not lowering our guns.
Yeah, you gotta watch last week's.
Well, it's on the DVR. It's just the only thing that sucks is trying to find time to watch it because I work all the fucking time. Thank God for DVR, though. I will say that.
Yeah, DVR is fucking awesome.
Which one thing I want to ask
You kids nowadays got it lucky. You have the fucking DVR. Back when I was younger, we didn't have that shit.
Right? We had to find a VHS tape.
Yeah, make sure you didn't record over anything that you wanted.
Right? And pray to God that nobody changed the channel.
Right?
Because, the minute they changed the channel and you found out you was we'll just put an instance here, you're watching The Simpsons, and then it changes like the Home Shopping Network all of a sudden. You're like, what the fuck? Which every once in a while I get that problem with my DVR. It'll be recording one show, and every once in a blue moon it'll fluke, and it'll like swap to another show and start recording it in the middle of the other show.
Well,
I've yelled and screamed at my DVR a few times about that.
never had that problem.
Maybe I need to do the same thing to Comcast that I did with Xbox to get my profile back on Xbox. Which I'm not going to say on the air because that might get me in a heap of trouble. Which saying that, and I know that all the calls were recorded, so it'd still get me in trouble.
A heap of trouble.
Well, the first guy I talked to had a lax job whenever we were waiting for something to reinstall on my Xbox, and he was sitting there singing Beastie Boys out loud to me.
Oh, yeah. What Beastie Boys song?
I don't know. I heard him rapping for a few seconds. I was like, oh, what are you rapping to me? He's like, Beastie Boys for life. And then I made the whole thing of which... I like finding out where I talk to people from. I was like, where are you from? He's like, I can't tell you where I'm from, but I can tell you, this is what I can tell you. It rains a lot. And I'm like, oh. And so I just go, huh. So he's like, it's in a Pacific region. I was like, would you happen to be around the area where Nirvana started? And he's like, yeah. Actually, I'm right there. I was like, ah, okay. I was like, that's what you should tell people. Nobody will ever know what you're talking about.
I am from the area where Kurt Cobain killed himself.
Right? How would we describe it here? I am from the place where Jimmy Stewart lived.
Yeah, nobody would have any fucking idea.
I'll tell you the truth. I didn't know where the fuck this place was until I moved here. I thought the place was a myth. I thought Sheena lied to me. I was like, Indiana, Pennsylvania? Why the fuck would you have an Indiana, Pennsylvania?
Why not?
Then I moved here and I was like, huh, Indiana, Pennsylvania. And Amish are real. I thought that was something they made up in the school books, too.
Nope, the Amish are real.
Some of them are dicks, too.
Quite a lot of them are, actually.
We get one that comes over to the deli at Walmart and orders 3 bars of our cheese, and we have to cut it all up, 3 bars of cheese for him. And I'm like, you son of a bitch, I hate you. But it's funny.
Something that-
All he has to do is walk up and look at you, and you know what he wants. He won't tell you. He just looks at you. Sucks when you're the
something go fucking.
Sucks when you're the new person like me, and you don't know why the guy's just sitting there staring at you when you ask him what he wants. I think the funniest thing that I have ever seen is I went into, I was shopping at Walmart one day, and I was walking through electronics, and he had an Amish man standing there looking at the TV and just staring at it. And I'm like, huh, he's interested in this movie. And I went to go look at what he was watching. He was watching a Disney movie.
Nah.
I was like, man, I didn't even think y'all could stop and look at the TVs. I thought y'all didn't like that kind of stuff.
It would have been even better if it was porn.
Right? They would be like Quagmire off the episode of South Park if they ever discovered internet porn for the first time. Quagmire, you alright? Where you been? We ain't seen you in a week. Yeah, I've been checking out that internet porn. It's kind of bright out here. I'm gonna go check the mail.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back in here.
I like whenever they were telling him about it, and he's like, no, quit lying to me. No. Really, Quagmire? You've
How
never...
do you, of all people, not know about internet porn?
Oh, I watched the best episode of Family Guy the other day. It was one of the newer ones where Quagmire bumped his head and became a woman. Have you seen that one?
Oh, that one.
He wakes up one morning and this chick is still in his house.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Oh, I laughed so hard. He's like, you know what? I'm going to embrace being a female. I'm going to do what every female should do. And he's like in a group orgy with all these lesbians. I was like, wow. They are actually starting to push the limits about as much as South Park does.
Yeah.
Which today I was quoting the... at Pizza Hut, I was quoting the whole... Centipede, the human centipede episode of South Park. Every time I tried to clean something, someone would put an order back. I'm like, what? You want to fuck me? You want me to pull my pants down right here in the Pizza Hut and fuck me? And my boss looked at me. She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, it's South Park. Don't worry about it. And she goes, that must be Eric Cartman, huh? And I was like, damn right it's Eric Cartman.
What the hell? The one I watched the other night was, what was it? It was when Jared, the Subway guy, Jared has AIDS. And Butters ends up getting grounded, but they take Butters somewhere and they have Cartman sit at his home pretending to be Butters whenever his parents calls. And the shit Cartman says to his parents are fucking hilarious. I think his mom, the one time, he's like, yeah, I'll be waiting with bells on, you old horse-banging stank.
Oh, shit. I still think my favorite Butters episode is the one where he gets grounded because Biggie Smalls comes back and threatens to pop a cap in his ass. Runs downstairs. Butters, what are you doing downstairs? You're supposed to be in bed. But Biggie Smalls is threatening to pop a cap in my ass. Well, you're grounded. No, wait. Would you rather be grounded or have a cap popped in your ass? Well, I guess I'm going to go get a cap popped in my ass. And he walks back upstairs.
Yeah, geez, fellas.
Or the mini episodes where he becomes his alter ego. Well, it looks like this is the end of this recording before we get cut off here. I'm not really sure. Are you up for another part tonight, or?
Yeah, sure. It don't matter to me.
Fuck it. I ain't got to be to work till 6 o'clock tomorrow night.
Suck it.
Alright, well, we will get back here with y'all shortly. Once I'm finished masturbating and Hoopty does what he's got to do.
Wait a minute. You've stopped doing that while we're on the show? I've been just whacking away, man.
Alright, well, we'll return here in a minute before we get cut off.